Welcome to this video. In this video we'll be learning some of the tools from Photoshop. So let us go in the toolbox, which is here, and from this toolbox on the left side let us choose the gradient tool. So here the gradient tool is if it is not visible, then you will be finding it inside this paint bucket tool. So if I click hold, then the gradient tool will be visible. So paint bucket tool, basically if I want to paint a larger area, or with the same color. So suppose I want to paint it with a red. Okay, so I want to paint the whole blue area which is visible outside with red. So I can take the paint bucket tool and click it once and it will become red. Okay, so this is the use of our paint bucket tool. So but I am using the gradient tool here. So what is the use of gradient tool? So if I go click this gradient tool, in the top we will find some options. Okay, so let us take the option. You have the options. The first one will be selecting, that is the first shading we'll selecting. We have our 5 shades here. It is clearly visible in the top, and from there and shades also it is visible. What will be the shade? It will be blue and yellow and the mix of these two colors. So let us choose the first shade here, which is basically our linear gradient. So if I click, and then after that coming to the screen and clicking once and dragging it in the screen, so it will, if I remove my mouse, then it will cover the screen with the shades, just like this. Okay, so this is the purpose of shading. So let me click again and drag. You see different types of shapes we can bring. Okay, so you can see the shades are coming very nicely. Okay, so this is the first one, that is linear gradient. Second one is our radial gradient. So if I click and drag, so you'll find a radial gradient here. Let us make a small one. You can see the gradients are showing. Let me go to the brush tool, and it is okay. Go back to the gradient tool. It is normal, and let me select the gradient tool, and you can see the gradient is coming. Okay, so there is a circle in the middle. Now it is visible. There is a circle in the middle. Okay, and the background is colored with the background yellow color. So this is how you can use this. The second gradient tool, that is radial gradient. Next one is angle gradient. So let me click the angular gradient again. Let me click and drag my mouse, and you can see this angular gradient is coming very nicely. Okay, so this is my angular gradient tool. Okay, and the next one is our reflected gradient tool. Okay, so the next one is our reflected gradient tool. So we can get the shades in two sides. Okay, you can see two sides. There is a blue line in the middle, and in the two sides we have the shading. Okay, so in the two sides we are getting the shades. And the last one is the diamond. Of course, you can see the diamond. Yes, so we can have the diamond. So this is the use of the gradient tool. If you want to use this gradient tool, you can click this paint bucket tool. If it is not visible, by clicking the gradient tool, paint bucket tool, it will be visible. You have to select the gradient tool, and then you can paint your screen. depending upon the type of the gradient you want to use. Let us use the stamp tool, and the stamp tool is visible here. Okay, this is our stamp tool. So we will be using the stamp tool. So what is the use of the stamp tool? Let us understand. Let me increase the size of the screen on. What I am going to do, I want to make a copy of some of this portion exactly the same way it is there in the screen. So suppose I want to take this left side oval, okay, and I want to make the clone of this. So for that, what I'll do, for that I'll be clicking this clone tool, okay, this clone stamp tool, and then I have to select the brush, okay. Let me select the proper brush, okay. And now with the help of this Alt key, if I click the Alt key, you can see this mouse is changing its shape, okay. You can see it is changing its shape, right? So by clicking the Alt key, let me take my mouse and just click some portion of the right side oval. And now suppose I want to draw this oval in the right side of the screen. So now removing the Alt key, click, and you can see it is coming. So I try to draw the oval. Okay, you can see it is coming, and almost the same oval is definitely whatever it is there in the top of that oval, it will also come. So you can see the almost same thing I have drawn here. So this is the use of the stamp tool. Let us select some other portion, Alt key, and let me select this top one, okay. Then let me go back and select this, make this brush size little less, and then let me draw it here. So if I draw, you can see it is coming, right? If I draw, it will exactly come, okay. So this is how we can use our stamp tool to produce a copy of anything that is there in the screen. Now let us see in the screen. You can find that in the left side oval, you can find that there is some there are some spots, yellow spots. So I want to correct it. I want to make the oval with the same color. I want to color it with same color. I want to remove this patches, okay. So what I want to do, for that I will be using the healing brush tool. So you can see this healing brush tool, it is coming here like a band-aid. So if I click, then you'll find healing brush tool and patch tool. So first let us use the healing brush tool. Click it, come to the screen, and in the screen, in the area, you can find that some area is that is defective, and some of that area is having the right shapes or right color, okay. So what I'll do, I will be copying the shades from this area where the color is okay, and I'll be putting it into the damaged area. So for that I have to again I have to click this Alt key. Again the shape of the mouse is changed, and then click here anywhere in the skin where it is right, or from where I want to copy. Just click once and then go, and if I go to this area where I want to rectify the area, just click, and you can find the plus is just below. So it is basically taking the color from the correct area and coloring the area where defect is there. Okay, again click and color it, click, color it, so it is gone. So this is how we'll be using our healing brush tool. So you can pause the video and you can see this step again to get better idea of it. And here we have again the patch tool. So what is how we are going to use the patch tool? First click the patch tool. Once I click the patch tool, now what I'll do, I will click the boundary of this area which I need to change. So what I'll do, I'll draw a line around the area, keeping the damaged area inside this line, and I'll complete it. I'll make it a close area, okay, like this. And then I'll click it and I will drag it to the area where nice place is there. Okay, you can see how quickly I'm doing it. I click, drag and drop to an area where the skin is okay, and just by doing this you can see it has taken the skin where the skin is okay and it filled it with that skin, fill the area where defect is there with the right skin. So this is how we'll be using our patch tool. So you can pause the video and you can rewind it and see the video more than one times to understand it further.